Go whenever.
Cool. Yeah, guys. So thank you for hopping on here. Looks like we have one here, some other people still joining. I want to introduce Dalen. He's over gonna be kind of sharing some insight today and answering some questions. Like I said, make sure you guys are thinking of questions as he's talking. We want him to be able to educate you guys and give tangible advice that you guys can implement into your content. But Dalen and I actually went to the same, we didn't go to the same university. We were in the same small college town. And we actually worked at the same gym, just at different points in time. And so I actually came across him on Instagram, and then I followed him, and we've been kind of in contact ever since. But we ended up working at the same job, just at different points of our lives. And I followed him pretty much. Man, I think you maybe had like 8,000 followers, and now it's just insane. I'll let you present the number because I'm sure you're more up to date on it, but it's well north of 100K followers. So it's been really awesome to see how much he's grown and just been able to leverage his content creation. And I'm sure for him, it started out as a hobby, but now it's really fueling a lot of, his full-time role. And so Dalen, whenever you're ready, you can just go ahead and take control. And we'd love to just hear what kind of expertise you can bring.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's great knowing you guys as well. Give me one moment. Trying to find what okay, there we go. It's a pleasure meeting you guys. Like I said, me and Carson go way back. Of course, we kind of met in the gym, you know what I mean? So literally my whole life is surrounded by fitness. And obviously you're going to come to a level in terms of, where creativity creates like a healthier lifestyle. And basically I'm an online coach now. I've been with some of the top sponsors in the fitness industry, Gymshark and Young LA. I'm with Nutrex right now. Been to some pretty cool places as well. Went to Orlando, Dubai. It's just a lot of fun on where content creation can really get you guys. It not only opens the door to new experiences, but it also opens the door to new people. Obviously, the more people that you guys meet, the more that you'll be able to level up in the industry. So you want me to just give the whole ideal, how I started?
Yeah, I'd love for you to just share what kind of got you into content creation, what kind of roadblocks or learning curves you kind of ran into at first, how you leveraged it, and like how it's kind of evolved into what you do for a full-time role right now.
Okay. So like I said, I started content creation, and I would guess that you can say it was just like, I was kind of doing it for fun. You know what I mean? I've been in the industry for now 3 years. This is year 3. So I definitely would say I started in 2022. The biggest thing was that I was posting like 75 hard videos at this time. So basically you will realize like you have to go through a lot of experiences in regards of your skills and your mindset and your work ethic, to get you to where you want to go. So with 75 hard, obviously, here's my story. It all started off just me recording videos of myself for 75 days straight. A meal prep company took notice of this and they saw my talents. They reached out to me. Next thing you know, I have a full videography business. With that being said, I was able to not only invest into the top quality equipment, but I moved from the meal prep company and started doing videography for real estate. Next thing you know, meanwhile, I'm doing the whole bodybuilding, still hitting the gym, fitness and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? Why not just start posting my fitness content? Because a lot of people are coming up to me and asking, obviously, what do I do for my workouts, exercises, and meal plans? Next thing you know, basically, I started doing that and it started blowing up. So the whole ideal of when I started my content creation was not only seeing the high quality videos, but knowing about what I was saying was actually working. Voiceovers. People want to know your voice. You have to put a voice to your image and your profile picture. That's the most important thing. So I was starting to do voiceovers, and I remember one summer it just kicked off, and this is like the little brother syndrome that I have. And it was just like, what would I tell myself when I was first starting out? That's generally what I did. So therefore, that's the whole purpose of this call, for you guys to know these things. And this is why I have, the opportunity to tell you guys, obviously, in regards to the content creation, everything started kicking off. Carson, you've seen me. It really went from like that 8,000 number to the 100K really quick. But then once I reached the 100K, it just kept growing. Now it's at 170K. The thing is that, you know, basically to what I've turned it into, even over the sponsorships and stuff, even, you know, through my whole bodybuilding character, because now people know me as the bodybuilder, I want to be known as the coach. So I have my own coaching business, and I started in November of 2023, and basically looked at, obviously, tax season. That business just in its first year generated over 6 figures. And the biggest thing about that now is me basically reinvesting all of that into my systems for what I currently have. So my biggest thing is that you don't want to, I never wanted to be the type to just have that number, because you will realize that the number doesn't matter. You know, over a certain period of time, what matters more is your community. That's the people who are going to use your codes. That's the people who's going to invest into your work. And that's the people who are really going to support you. You know what I mean? But the whole ideal is that you obviously need eyes on you at the same time. So basically what I figured is that, yes, my Fousey Tube ab workout reached 16.6 million accounts. Therefore, I had no call to action in that video. If I put one call to action at the very end saying apply with the link in my bio for one-on-one coaching, it could have did a lot of numbers. It could, even if I just had a one-time purchase program. You live and you learn, right? So therefore, after that, I realized, like, you know, quality is better than quantity. You know what I mean? And that's how all my content really kicked off, is me doing celebrity workouts. I also trained Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. And the way he reached out to me was actually by doing Jonathan Major's ab workout. You know what I mean? I never reached out to him. The amount of content that you guys create and the amount of views that you guys can see will be shown around a lot of people, because I believe, what's his name? Stephen A. Smith. He follows me as well. You know what I mean? So you never know where it can get you in the doors that can, you know, oppose to themselves as well in regards to opportunity. But the thing that you guys need to realize is that you need to set yourself apart. So therefore, it's like, you know, I'm not no Ashton Hall, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I'm not King Keto. I'm not, you know, V Shred. I'm DXD. And the biggest thing about me is, like, I like the transparency on what I do. I show that I'm real. You know what I mean? Therefore, it's like, I don't need the top of the top. What I do need is for people to see my personality and who I am as a character. Therefore, that is the reason why my coaching business is where it's at today, you know, because my hands are on the equation rather than having other people do the work, you know? So therefore, when you guys do go into content creation, don't hire a videographer. You guys need to know how to do your own work. That's basically what I'm saying. So, you know, basically that's my entire story. Like I said, I've met a lot of people, been to a lot of places and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's really about it. So
Cool. Jesse?
How do you work the algorithm to, like, benefit your account and, like, help you grow? Because, you know, the algorithm on Instagram specifically, like, has changed a lot over time. And so, like, what do you think, like, will work for, like, 2025 in regards to, like, anybody who wants to grow their account?
So I believe that this is going to be the craziest year that views will be numbered just because of TikTok. And the reason why is because now you see Instagram is a better platform, and TikTok is full of bots, unfortunately. A guy from Dubai actually looked at my account and realized that there's this app called Mojo, and you're able to see the fake followers from the real followers. And he's like, your fake followers are very minimal. You know what I mean? Then I've seen other people's. He was like, you have really good, like, accounts following you. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing, because the amount of reach you get, the amount of accounts you're going to be exposed to, unfortunately. So the biggest thing on what you want to work on is obviously, number one, engaging content. You guys need to work on your hooks, strategy hooks. And these are hooks that's saying, like, here's how I went from this to this. There's a whole bunch of hooks out there in personal accounts that actually teach you on this, and just do it. I believe that one of the things that's like, you know, if you're ever in an overhead shot and have the camera pointing at you, in case you guys are interns, college students, put the camera in the door of your dorm and just have it glisten down on you. That's because no one else is doing it. You know what I mean? You guys need 3-second hooks that's going to pull the viewer into actually watching 10 to 15 seconds of it. And that's how you're going to get it. Number two, don't worry. Like, you guys need a strategy that's going to have saves. Likes and comments don't matter. People need to save your reels. If they save your reels, that's how you're going to get into the algorithm. You know what I mean? The way that, I did it is basically people are going to save my workouts. You know what I mean? Therefore, if I pull up like, where it says like view insights, it's like my save ratio is a lot higher than most accounts. And that's just because my followers love my workouts. You know what I mean? Therefore, you guys need to put out stuff that people are going to save and people that are going to share. Stop paying attention to the likes. Stop paying attention to the views. Stop paying attention to the comments. Just look at the shares and the saves when you guys are first starting off. All right. Therefore, you guys are already 3 steps ahead of the game. Number 3, keywords. Keywords are the most important thing, is because a lot of people don't invest into their captions. Therefore, your keywords need to be stuff that's like, with what is being posted in that video. You know what I mean? So put the tips and tricks and knowledge in there. It's like, I think I got 2 million videos just from me flexing my triceps. And the whole comments are hysterical. But at the same time, it's just like the keywords in there is what kicked it off in the first place. You know what I mean? Because I said, read the caption. And then I said 5 ways to grow your triceps. And I just gave the whole science rundown of it. You know what I mean? Therefore, Instagram likes that. They like when you're actually able to tell that stuff in the caption and make it longer, because then it's good for the consumer to actually save the video. All right. Number 4, trending audios. Trending audios are huge. The only reason I say that is because trending audios is allowing your videos to get to new accounts, not your current accounts. Your current accounts are always going to come back to that video just because it's you. You know what I mean? You guys need to get to new accounts. Always post with a trending audio. That's my biggest thing. If you want to go viral, go with trending. But go with the trending audios that have a high rapport of the 1 million views. So you can see the difference between how some videos have like, let's say 300K, 400K, 500K, but they only have like 3 videos that hit 1 mil. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Go with a more diverse that has like 13.6 mil, 9 mil. You know what I mean? Because all you need is 1 mil. You know what I mean? It's that simple. So therefore, always do trending audios and look for the ones that have a high rapport in the view range as well. And I think lastly, or 2 more things, topics. Instagram has given you guys the benefit and the opportunity to know who your videos need to go to. In this case, it's going to the universities, going to college kids. You guys can actually be very specific on who you're targeting, okay? Mine is strictly just gym, workouts, and fitness. You know what I mean? Therefore, it's getting dispersed to that category instead of going all the way into fashion, instead of going into self-development. I wanted to go strictly into the fitness realm, Lastly, hashtags. You guys only need 5 to 8 hashtags. Don't post more than that. And it's simple because the hashtags, you guys overthink it. Go with hashtags. That's like, if you were to be at Arizona State University, hashtag Sun Devil, hashtag Arizona, hashtag Arizona University. Simple things like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of people overdo it, and that's the reason why your stuff isn't getting out there in the first place. So I think that was a lot of game I put you guys on. So yeah.
Cool. Jesse, do you have anything else? I have something that I like him to just answer before we allow for some questions, but I want to make sure you don't have anything else that you want to talk about.
I think like I had a couple points. What's like the best creation or content creation tools and apps that you use for your account? Is there anything like other than CapCut or Canva? Because that's kind of like what primarily like we use.
Yeah, I only use CapCut. I've only used CapCut.
Yeah.
You guys don't need Adobe Premiere Pro. You guys don't need any other editor. All you need is simple stuff, because let's say from a consumer point of view, am I really going to invest my time watching people who, do very cinematic films, or just somebody who does user-generated content on their iPhone?
Yeah, perfect. Carson, you can take off then.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to just ask you, Dalen, was like right now, like we've talked about 2025, like what you just gave us a whole, list of things that are algorithm friendly. What do you think, or what are you seeing right now? Like if you had to pick like 3 common mistakes that people are making when they make content, what do you think those 3 things would be?
1, they're not doing voiceovers. 2, they're not providing value. Okay. In order for you to have saves, you need to have value. Therefore, like I said, it's just a little brother syndrome. Not a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people think that, the whole point they're going to blow up is just by, of course, you got to be yourself, but at the same time, it's not a blog. It's a business. Your brand and your image is a business at the end of the day, you know? Because when people reach out to you and sponsors and stuff, it's like, you know, they're going to pay you for these user generated content. You know what I mean? And this is just stuff that you guys could be making in college. And lastly, I would definitely say that you guys need to know how to customize your bios and your profile. You guys need to have very engaging stuff, because the difference, it's not about quality anymore. It's honestly about, you know, if you have an iPhone 15 and up, you're in good standing. You know what I mean? You only need an iPhone, because I have multiple videos that have blown up. An ab workout that had 2 mil, you know what I mean? I only recorded that with my iPhone because I was in prep. I didn't feel like carrying around my camera that weighed like 10 pounds. You know what I mean? And that's when I realized, I was like, okay, I'm selling this. You know what I mean? Basically, what you guys need is to also make sure that your profile has a call to action in it. Okay. So basically, first thing, it's like, you know, obviously in the fitness realm, it's me, like basically what you're about, like, you know, something that's correlated to your business or why people are there to view your page. And secondly, or third, is my link, you know, give me 90 days, you know what I mean? And I help people get real results in real time. So therefore, my bio is right there. And I created my first evergreen video by transforming my parents, who are 53 and 57. The difference is that I have multiple views that have over millions of, or I should say, I have multiple videos that have reached over 1 million views. But just me posting that 25K video and have it being an evergreen video, people are always going to click that as time goes on. And it may not blow up in the first day, but I'm telling you, give it a, like, never take down your content, guys. I have content that's still getting out there somehow, some way. I know that video is going to blow up to 1 million of views one day, but it only needs to reach that one golden person. Okay. So always remember that.
Another question. What is the importance behind like stories, highlights, like all of that stuff when it comes to like engaging customers or just, you know, your audience in a whole?
Yeah. So stories are very important. I'm going to put you guys on game with this idea that basically I was with the email marketing funnel guy. He's in Germany. And what he taught me was that if you have a business and you want to get the most views, don't post for 24 hours. And then right when you post, you are the first account on everyone's Instagram. And then when you're the first one on everyone's Instagram, everyone's clicking. So I do that with my call to action as a business to post my results there. And next thing you know, it's getting out to 20,000 views. You know what I mean? And it's like, usually it's like I'm only hitting about 4,000 to 7,000 a day if I'm spamming it. But just by me not posting 24 hours, it's going to have a really great rate of views. Okay. You guys have to be disciplined, because I know a lot of things happen. We all get excited. I've been there, but I'm telling you, just carve out some days where you know that you're not going to post on Thursday, and Friday morning, you're going to post right when everything's gone. Like everything has to be gone. Okay. So therefore, Wednesday, if your story ends at 8 p.m., don't post for 24 hours. Post first thing Friday morning. Everyone's going to view it. Okay. It's actually pretty interesting. And basically, with that being said too, what was the question after that? I'm sorry.
Oh, just with how like stories and highlights can help like boost their page, essentially.
Right. So stories, always do stuff, do things that are like polls, questionnaires and stuff like that, because the more people that vote on that poll, the more people it's going to be viewed by as well. Okay. That's a very great thing Instagram has given. Always do polls, questionnaires, even if it's like the emoji where it's like fire and you're able to slide it, because people are interacting. That's what Instagram wants to see. In regards of highlights, show as a university the best highlights of the season. You guys are meant for content creation. You guys need to be getting out there. You need to be hustling. Therefore, go to the events. Go to where the college athletes are actually, you know, if there is a thing with March Madness coming up, go to the basketball games. You know what I mean? Because as a high school student who is the little brother, they want to see why they want to go to that university. You guys get it?
Cool. I think kind of the last question I have before I open the floor up to like everybody else is what is the one, or I guess the main piece of advice that you have gotten and that you can give to them that like, you know, can contribute to the success of like growing the accounts?
Consistency. You guys have to be consistent. And that's because you could fall off at any moment. You know what I mean? Content creation is not for everybody, but I guarantee you this is that there is one guy who's doing better than me in this game, and he's the one who taught me everything. And he has a full-time job in tech and still is just so consistent. It's beyond my mind limits sometimes. You know what I mean? Someone who works a 9 to 5 and still posting every day, that's what a true hustler is. Okay. But like I said, consistency is going to win at the end of the day. But there's going to come a point in time where you are going to have that account where people are itching to see your videos, and that's where quality defeats quantity. You know, there's a reason why Jesse James West is that popular on YouTube. It explains a lot of things, guys. You know, once you have reached that establishment, therefore, that's when you can kind of take matters into your own hands. But if anything, make a content schedule. You know what I mean? Know the days that you are going to have reels. I highly recommend you guys posting at least 4 reels a week, 2 posts a week. Give yourself a mental break on the other day. Okay. That's 6 days a week. You guys can do it.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. And answering my questions. Does anybody have any questions for Dalen? Yes. What's up?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Do you know Tommy Spalding? You used to work with LA, Young LA, out in LA.
Tommy who?
Spalding is a white boy from out in Gora.
I met a lot of people, man.
I was just curious. He's just a content creator because
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
at this point, it's like, no, I don't recall the name, but I probably know the face. I should say that.
For sure. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Anybody else in regards to content creation, running the account as a whole, anything at all? Yes, Dijon.
Real quick question. You know, life happens. So when life happens, how do you continue creating content and getting things uploaded and edited, stuff like that?
I love that. I love that. As a bodybuilder who was in prep, my calories reached like the lowest of 1,300 for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I obviously was not in the mental health space. And even after nationals, I wasn't in the right mental health space. You know what I mean? Put your mental first. You guys need to do that because there's a reason that these accounts are following you. And it's because obviously you give off a certain energy and a standard on the reason why they should follow you. Do not go below your means when it comes to that. And social media is always going to be there, guys. Okay. So therefore, if life does happen, just be disciplined to get back on that. I'm sorry, but my whole ideal is if I'm not posting, I'm not getting views. If I'm not getting views, I'm not getting people to my link. If I'm not getting people to my link, they can't fill out the lead forms. If I'm not contacting anyone, I'm not making money. That's simple. So.
Riley just asked, is there a specific time of day to post to get better engagement?
100%. I advise you guys to post between 11 and 1 o'clock. Do not post right at 11. Post at 11:20 or 11:40. You guys need to not go with the crowd. And you guys just need to post, like those little things are actually going to do you guys very well. Okay. Usually as a fitness content creator, people want to wake up seeing fitness. You know what I mean? They want to know the workouts they're going to do that day because a lot of people don't have a lot of structure when it comes to the gym anyway. So therefore they're down to always trying to work out. So I'm making sure that I'm posting between 11 and 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? Some days I may post at 1 or 2, but therefore it's like, I'm still posting, I'm still getting the views, which is fine, but always post. Like if I were to just be strict, 11:20, 11:40, 12:20, 12:40, 1:10. Those are the 5 times I'll give you.
Are there any specific days that are better than others?
Yes, my content schedule, it's really of experience too. But therefore mine, I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, call to action for my business on an Insta story. So Tuesday, I'll give myself the 24 hours, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sundays don't really hit. So therefore the Thursday post is meant to build momentum for what's going to be shown on Friday. That Friday, use that momentum to post something even better on Saturday. You guys just got to get creative. That's it.
If I have to post a lot in one day, should I post it all at once or wait throughout the day to post?
Wait throughout the day. It depends on, like, for me, obviously, mine is like, if I wanted to show my clients results, I'm going to show them like the results that happened with my check-ins this week and basically the call to action, the second story. You know what I mean? You guys should never be spamming your stories. Okay. I know we've all been there. I know where we can post like 15 stories that never do that. You only want 2 to 3 a day because honestly, it's just annoying for any other consumer anyway. Like, you guys need to think from a consumer standpoint. You know what I mean? So obviously, I wouldn't want to watch that. Even Kai Cenat, he only posts one story and he says hop on live. That's it. You know what I mean? He's not spamming, talking about what he did in a stream. You know what I mean? That's what keeps people coming back to his streams to begin with.
Cool. Any more questions for Dalen? Anybody? Anybody within the Keith? Okay. Maria, if we should be posting 2 to 4 times a week, how do you not run out of ideas?
There's AI. We don't have the ideas. Ask AI to literally give you 50 topics that have to do with workouts for the week. Literally, you're not doing any other work anymore. AI ChatGPT 4.0 will save you guys a lot of time.
Yeah, I chat GPT everything, so felt that. Anybody else? Kendra, Carson, other Carson, Keith. Anybody else on the call? You guys good? I think that was very informational. Thank you, Dalen. I appreciate that. Yeah, if nobody else has any questions, I got this recorded. So if you guys want to like go back and review some of the stuff that we talked about, I'll be sending in the group chat a little bit later. But other than that, you know, if you guys need to reach out to me or Carson or Kendra with like any questions as well, you know, in regards to content creation, I'm sure maybe if you even hit up Dalen after this, maybe he'll respond. I don't know. He's got 100,000 followers, so he might be able to
Dalen, drop
for us.
your Instagram in the chat.
Yeah,
so we
drop
can
it
follow
off
you.
the Instagram. Shameless plug.
No, like, I obviously love to give back to my people. So best believes I am in the DMs. So everything is basically formulated by me. Okay.
For sure. But other than that, thank you guys for joining. Hope you guys learned a little bit more about like how to run your guys' accounts and even maybe build up your own personal brand if that's something you guys are looking to do one day. So hopefully you guys took a lot away from this. And yeah, we'll be having another one of these starting next month. These are going to be combined with the intern meetings. So the intern meetings will be longer, but we're just going to kind of just do a 2-for-1 from now on. So they'll just be like a little bit longer meeting at the beginning of the month. So other than that, you guys have a great rest of your night and thanks for joining again. Thanks, Dalen.
Of course. My pleasure.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Stop.